They done let me in the door. They done gave your boy a chance, now the youngin' finna blow. It's a shame finna put the game in the figure four. Youngin' fresh.
Oh, welcome back to my channel. Before we get into it, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, man. Fuck it. If you ain't gonna like the video, you gotta comment, but I do appreciate it if you hit the sub button if you're new. Now, in this video, I'm gonna be talking about Attack on Titan, but in particular, I'm gonna be talking about if Carla would be okay with Eren destroying the world. I made a video like this a while back, and it was about Eren. And in that video, I was explaining if Eren would be okay with Eren destroying the world, or would he go against Eren like everybody else is at the end of chapter 133. Now, basically, what I was saying in that video is that just knowing the type of character Eren was and what type of commander he was, and the fact that he would recruit little-ass kids into the scouts without telling them what the fuck they laying their lives, you know what I'm saying, on the line for. And not telling them what they're fighting, you know? Like, when you seen Flock join the scouts, he was playing. It's like, hey, like, I can't wait to fight Titans and whatever. And you see how everybody just so serious. Like, Flock obviously didn't know what the fuck he was getting into. He didn't know anything. And that's what Flock told him. Like, man, the next day recruitment day comes, make sure you tell the new recruits what the fuck they're fighting. Because if you don't, then you're going to always have cowards in the scout regiment like me. Somebody who's not willing to die because you said die, you know? And the fact that Eren was just able to sacrifice little-ass kids without batting an eye, without, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, he felt guilty about it, but the fact that he kept moving forward, it just showed that he was the devil that they needed. And that's what Flock said. And that's why Flock fuck with Eren so much, because he do the same thing. He moved forward without caring what's right or wrong. He's just fighting for what he believes in, which is the freedom of Eldia. So in that video, I was just saying that just knowing the type of character that Eren is, I know for a fact that once he learned about the outside world, and he learned that it's a bunch of people on the other side of the ocean who hate you because you was born into this world. And these people that's on the other side of the ocean only cares about destroying the audience that is on Paradise Island. So if Eren was still alive and he would have learned all that, I feel as though Eren would encourage Eren to destroy the world. Like, hey, don't just do a small rumbling, because if you do a small rumbling, then word is going to get out, and then other countries going to be like, man, okay, if they can do that at any time, then we have to attack Paradise Island first before they come to attack us, or just wake up one day like, hey, let's finish destroying the rest of the world, you know? And that's something that Eren was saying, like, man, if we do a small rumbling, would Paradise Island be safe forever? And the thing is, no, it wouldn't, you know? And that's the same thing that Hanji and everybody just kept telling Eren, like, no, someday we will have to fight again, you know? And that's something that Eren doesn't want to go through again, or just put the future generation of Eldians through the pain and the loss that he felt his whole fucking life, you know? But just knowing the character that Eren is, it's easy to say that he would encourage the rumbling. But if you look at Carla, which is his mother, what would Eren's mother think about him destroying the world? So, and it's kind of hard for me to put myself in a parental type of mindset, because I have no kids, you know? I'm 20, I'm still young. But I'm going to try my best to put myself in Carla's shoes, you know? Like I'm not going to say, like, oh, what if she never died or whatever, because if she would have never died, it would have changed the whole story. You know, Eren probably would have never became a scout, and he probably would have never encountered the power of the Titans, you know? He would have never been through all this shit. Just knowing how protective Carla was to Eren, obviously because she is his mother, but just after learning that he wants to join the scouts, she was like, she quickly shoots it down, because she literally will watch 100 soldiers go on expedition missions and come back with 12. So she knows how cool it is just to go against the Titans, you know? And she just didn't want her son to be a part of that. She wanted Eren to have a long life. And even when you watch season 3 of part 1, right? I don't know how many times I didn't rewatch this whole series, but when I rewatch the series, I pick up a lot of shit, like, over and over again. I pick up a lot of foreshadowing. Like, I've seen Eren spotted in the background of the story. You know what I'm saying? Like, different versions of Eren, like the hood one, the long hair one, the ponytail Eren, like him as shells and shit like that. I picked so much shit up just rewatching the series over and over again after, like, so many manga chapters come out, and just, like, trying to see if Isayama foreshadowed it, you know what I'm saying, earlier in the fucking series, and, you know what I'm saying, in the anime. And, like, when I rewatched season 3 of part 1, when Commander Sadie's got finished yelling at Carla, it seems to me when Carla looked down at Eren looked at her. And it seemed like Carla was like asking Eren, like, how long are you going to keep doing this until you get yourself killed? And then Commander Sadie's go back to yelling at her. And when I seen that, I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, it seemed like she know that Eren is going to get, like, she know what Eren is going to become. Like, that's crazy. I'm like, yo, Isayama, you kind of sick for that. Like, that's some crazy ass writing if Carla knows what Eren does in the future or something like that. I don't know. Like, I don't even want to get into all that shit because that could be another video. But after watching that and after chapter 133, it made me want to make this video. So, in my opinion, I think that Carla will be okay with Eren destroying the world as long as he's fighting for what he believes in. You know, I think that's what a parent will say. Now, I do think that Carla would, smack the shit out of Eren because he needs to get his ass whooped. But... But other than that, I wouldn't think she would stand against Eren like how Mikasa and Armin are doing, I would think she would literally stand with Eren. Because Eren gets his ideology from Carla herself, Carla basically says that nobody really has to be special, You don't have to do something to be special. You're automatically special because you're born into this world, But since Eren has the power to change the narrative of Eldians, because they are told, like, hey, you're not shit. When you're born into this world, like, just look at Ymir. She was born as a slave. Like, even though she might not have been Eldian, she was still a human. She was born into a slave. Like, no human should go through all that. Another example is Historia. Historia, ever since she was a little ass kid, she was told by her mother that she should have never been born into this world. And Eren is basically trying to break the cycle of Eldians being told that they not shit, And that's why I fuck with the character development of Eren Jaeger so much, because he goes through this phase where he feel like it's not special or he should have never been given the power. But then later on in the series, he learns that he is special and that he's the only one who can get the job done. And now obviously the next person in line is Falco. I made a video about Falco just like 2 days ago. I want to say, like, if you never watched that video, go here, watch that video. Falco is the next Attack Titan. That's what I think. Just looking into the character of Falco, I learned that Falco comes from a family who plays a big part in a revolutionist, which is what Grisha is a part of, and which is Eren Kruger is a part of, and which is what the fuck Zeke is now the leader of, at one point. But now it's like Eren, he's in control of the Jaegerists now. So what I'm trying to say is Falco is a patriot. He's willing to free the Eldians. So when he becomes the Attack Titan, and in chapter 134 or chapter 135, whatever chapter Isayama wants to make it, he is going to continue to rumble it and continue to free the Eldians because that's what he said that he was going to do. But I explained that, in my previous video. So if you have not watched that video, go ahead and go watch that. I dive deep into the character of Falco. And I point out a lot of parallels between Kid Eren and Kid Falco, whatever. Well, he still is a kid. But I point out a lot of shit, A lot of foreshadowing. So this really the end of the video. You ain't got to like, you ain't got to comment, but I do appreciate it if you hit the sub button if you're new. And I'm out, bro.